Shocking. Oba of Lagos tells all. Osibanjo taught me. Okay, Osibanjo taught me at Unilag. He is my preferred candidate. I cannot vote Tinubu. Those in my domain will vote for Yemi Osibanjo. Well, my wonderful people, the Oba of Lagos said Osibanjo taught him back in Unilag. Okay, that's the Oba of Lagos, and there's this thing called allegiance, and he feels very strongly knowing the professor's integrity and who he is. He said, you know what, there's nothing that will stop me from voting in the person who, was my lecturer and then was good to me while he was in school. We know of his integrity, and that's why I am supporting him. I'm saying that all in my domain should vote for him because he's a man of true character, and these are possibilities of what is happening right now. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. Let's get all the details. Osibanjo is my candidate. He taught me at Unilag. Oba of Lagos makes stunning revelation about the vice president. His Royal Majesty Oba Akinolu I has revealed that Professor Yemi Osibanjo, Nigeria's vice president, taught him when he was a student at the Unilag. The Lagos monarch made this disclosure on Wednesday when the vice president stormed Lagos to seek his blessing and also continued his consultation ahead of the APC presidential primaries. The Oba said, there is nothing that will stop us from ever voting you. You are our candidate and will remain our candidate. I will mobilize support for you in all way possibly I can. You taught me and I know who you are. I know you because I've worked with you. Your virtues are so much. It's evident for all to see. Meanwhile, Oba Akinolu studied law at University of Lagos, earning his Bachelor of Law, and studied law at the Den College of Surulere, Lagos State from 1961 to 1965. The Oba of Lagos, Akinolu I, has revealed that the vice president was his lecturer. Yemi Osibanjo taught me when he was a student at the University of Lagos, Akoka. The Punch report. He said the vice president taught him, and evidence of all that he did is a lecturer. He was a lecturer at the university and he was a man of integrity. I know him. The vice president is a man of honor, and we cannot leave such an individual with such wonderful things associated with him to vote for another candidate we are truly unaware of. Yemi Osibanjo remains my candidate. I will mobilize support hugely in every way humanly speaking possible to ensure that his dream and desire comes to pass. This is a man who has contributed his quota, and the least we can do is support him in a time like this. I can tell you for free, he means well for the nation. I have known him and his track record remains clean and clear. He will serve this nation with integrity and honor. What he has said he will do, God helping him, I can assure you he will deliver on his mandate. He's not a man that tells you one and go back on his words. Yemi Osibanjo is a gentle person who is always looking out for the betterment of everyone. As a lecturer, he served with integrity. I know him. Well, this is what we call somebody vouching for you. Okay, somebody picks you up and say, you know what, I can vouch for him, I can vouch for her. I know her, I know him. This will not, you understand? So they stand for you and they say, you know what, come rain, come shine, you remain that very person who will stand with. You are that man, you are that woman who will not live for another person. You stand a shoulder tall above every other person we can currently see right now. You are very, you are that one that we really believe could, really make that difference. So these are possibilities. These are things going on. Yemi Osibanjo has become, that candidate that could potentially, make that difference, and it's not his fault that Yemi Osibanjo was his lecturer. However, him openly declaring support for Yemi Osibanjo in Lagos State, where we have the Jagaban, could become a real threat Okay, this could serve as a real threat, So these are some of the consequences of, coming out to say, I know this person, I know that person, I'm assured of him, I'm assured of her, I know that, such a person will do blah, 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 blah. So these are things that are going on right now. Yemi Osibanjo, for you to become a professor, you must have taught. It's only in Nigeria where we saw, the minute, what's his name now, became a professor because Hope Uzedema took him to University of Owerri and, prevailed on the vice chancellor, and they made, the Minister of Digital Economy, Pantami, a professor, without having not gone to to the school to ever lecture before. These are against the ethics of the profession. But in Nigeria, if you have your money, you have the people, you have the connection, anything goes, anything happens. Well, so this is what is happening now. The Oba of Lagos says, well, Osibanjo remains his preferred candidate, because he knows Osibanjo. He said while he was in Unilag, Osibanjo was his lecturer, and he would support Osibanjo above any other person. As if that is not enough, he said he will mobilize support for Professor Yemi Osibanjo. Don't forget that elections for APC primaries is around the corner. APC has moved their presidential primaries now to 6th and 7th. Meanwhile, the INEC moved it because of APC to end on the 9th. So these are the things that are happening, and Oba openly endorsing Osibanjo, saying, I know him. Could that be an invitation for war or something? Well, we don't know. We'll first of all wait for APC to do their own due diligence by voting in their candidates, presidential candidate, just like we saw the People Democratic Party did. And at the end of the day, we saw one man emerge, and that is the person of Atiku. Now it is the turn of APC, and in no distance time, later on this week, next week, by this time next week, we would have known who the flag bearers are for APC, PDP, and it will no longer be a hidden person anymore. Well, these are the days upon us, and we can see that elections are fast approaching. A lot of things are happening, and it's about time we begin to reevaluate and reposition ourselves and give out, the best to ensure that at the end of the day, we are a better people. Things are becoming, really clearer for all to see that it's no longer what it used to be. It has become the order of the day, how things are happening now. So my wonderful people, will bring you more up to speed. Leave us a comment. God bless. Bye for now.